We see the boss sitting at the back thinking about Maru, that he had gotten much stronger than he expected, and we see MC slashing, cutting, and chopping his way through the minions. With every slash he is moving forward, MC is even using the hammer of the Red Bull he killed previously, he is sweeping them away like flies, and man, what a beautiful panel. Blood is spilling and gushing everywhere and MC is completely focused. While the boss is waiting for Maru, we see more and more goons coming in MC's way. MC with his trusted butcher knife swiftly turns them and seek kebabs and move forward. Boss thinks that this won't do and he gets up to step in. He is about to pull out something from his back, glow sticks. He pulls out neon glow sticks and starts dancing and cheering Maru, telling him to wipe out all the minions. His axe is also cheering for MC. Even the minions are confused at their boss. Now we are given a crash course on butchering pigs. Pigs are known to be gentle animals, but sometimes when they get ferocious they can start attacking humans. As the pigs attack MC, we are told that the first step in butchering a pig is to incapacitate it in one strike, and we see MC smashing the hammer on one of the pig's head, completely crushing it. One of the manager cries and is angry at MC for using Red Bull's hammer. Minions plan on cutting MC's head and offering it to the spirit of Red Bull. While the managers swing his blade at MC, we are told the second step of slaughtering is bleeding. Before the actual disassembly, the pig's blood must be drained, and to drain the pig's blood, MC stabs both the carotid artery and the jugular vein at the same time. Other minions are waiting for a chance to attack. As they attack, MC pulls the manager in front of him and all their attacks hit the manager. Minions call MC a terrorist bastard for taking their manager hostage. Another fat minion attacks MC to save the manager. MC is not putting his knife away, and now we are at the third stage of pig slaughtering, which is skinning. This is the stage where the actual disassembly begins. It means to remove the skin or hide. Now MC is ready to remove the skin, and so he does. MC quickly skins all the fat pigs in front of him. Boss tells us that the remaining stages will be covered next time. Boss's axe is also wearing sunglasses. MC stands tall in the middle of bodies he butchered and wipes his face. Remaining thugs are scared of MC and the level of his strength. They tell him not to come forward. MC walks menacingly towards them as they walk backwards while telling MC to back off. Maru hears someone addressing him, so he quickly swings his hammer in that direction, and we hear that Maru will eventually be confused if he is cutting a pig or a human. It's the boss. He blocks and grabs the hammer, and while menacingly smiling he crushes the hammer to pieces. Boss, while holding the cake, asks MC how do they look like to him. Do they look like pigs? And bam, boss slams the whole strawberry cake on Maru. Boss laughs and tells him that he knew this would happen someday. Maru is just like him, a butcher. Boss tells MC to stop playing with the pigs and step inside. He has prepared a party. Maru, recovering from the cake facial, asks him where is his sister, and he points his knife at the boss. We see someone kneeling by the fallen cake. Maru is stunned to hear and see that it's Kim sitting by the cake and moaning at its demise. She stands up, looking angry and crying. She asks who did it. As the manager is about to say it was Chief Hong, Boss slams his face to shut him up. Boss and the remaining minions all point at Maru, and we see a bullet fly past MC. Kim, holding a gun, calls MC a bastard and starts firing at him. MC notices the gun and quickly hides behind a table. He remembers that if it's a gun he needs to close the distance. It would increase the risk, but it would also give him a chance. While MC is planning his move, Kim jumps over the table. MC is shocked to see that this crazy gun woman closed the distance. Whatever her intention, MC palm strikes the gun upwards, bullet fires, and Maru notices that she is in her range and he plans to finish it in one blow. MC is ready to stab Kim, but she heel kicks him on the face and with a quick flurry of punches starts to attack MC. MC, while bleeding, thinks that this woman is crazy. Why is she so close? MC can't find a single opening. Kim tells MC that this is for her cake and tells MC to die and repent. Boss on the side is telling Maru to be careful. Kim Yang is that person's child. MC tries to slash at her, but Kim gets him into arm lock with her thick thighs and points her gun at his face. We are at a party, but not the party we were just at, but it looks similar. Dead bodies everywhere, and in the middle of them is a relatively young Kim Yang when she was a soldier in the army, stuffing her mouth with food. Someone walks in and notices her. It's the boss. He asks which brat killed the pig he was supposed to kill. He pulls up his glasses to look at the face of the killer, and he looks at the girl who is not a pig but a human. While she eats like a pig, Kim asks what is that? Is it like a puppet army of South Korea? Boss smiles and thinks that she is a human, but she is a glutton. Boss offers her a Coca-Cola and tells her to take a breather while she eats. Man, talk about product placement. Kim quickly starts chugging the Coke. Boss sits in front of her and states that she would set the whole world ablaze with her mukbang. Kim asks what's mukbang? Boss shows her a video on his mobile phone and tells her that mukbang is when you make money by eating a lot. Kim is stunned to see the video and wonders if she can eat this much and make money too. Her eyes sparkle with hope. boss tells her that if she comes work for him, she can eat more than this every day. All excited, she asks if boss is trying to bribe her, and tells him that her burning revolutionary spirit won't yield to American capitalism. Boss knights her with his axe and tells her that breakfast, lunch, dinner, late-night snacks, and snacks all will be provided infinitely. Kim with the spirit Bakitu vows to serve boss, while stuffing her mouth and leaving with the food. She tells the boss to clean up before she serves him, and to bring her an ice drink, and 1 week later, we see the boss reading news headline about some unexplained explosion at the Ministry of Defense. Boss asks Kim if she did it, and damn girl abs, holy shit abs. We see bloodied, clothes torn and ripped AF Kim stuffing her mouth with ice cream. Boss tells her that one of those ice creams was his. She quickly eats them both and tells him that she had nothing to do with it, and we are back. Kim has locked Maru and is about to shoot his face off. Maru manages to stab the gun away from his face, and is about to stab Kim, but she rolls back and heel kicks MC in the chin. Man, that will hurt later. They both start clashing in the distance and we see a phone on the ground. It starts ringing. One of the manager's daughter is calling. Manager, bleeding from all over his body, picks up the call. His daughter asks if he is going to be late again. Manager tells her that he is going to be late and she should eat. She tells him that she ate L with her mom. Manager can't believe it that they ate onagi. Daughter tells him that her mom packed some for him too and she even bought bakbunja, sake, for daddy. She also tells him that she will be staying at grandma's house today. Meanwhile, the two are still clashing in the distance. On hearing all the noise in the background and given the context, daughter asks if she is getting a sibling today. Manager is shocked to hear this as he dodges MC falling on him. Two other minions tell the manager to get over to them quickly. All three stooges are making a chair for the boss and boss wants to end the fight, but the manager tells him to keep going. He'll even work overtime today. Guy is really trying to avoid his wife. Boss, while observing the fight between Kim and Maru, thinks that the level difference is quite significant, but it's an interesting matchup. Kim is pounding Maru with punches. Fat minion asks the boss who he thinks will win. They think it'll be Sister Kim. Boss states that their Yang fight really well, and her skill are top-notch in the industry, just as top-notch as her eating. Minions also believe that she is just as strong as the other managers, and they start cheering her. Boss asks the minions if they know that Kim Young was a human perfected through training, and OMG, man, look at the art style in this bloody panel. She is looking so strong and sexy, like a female John Wick. Boss continues, but Maru was still a human even when he didn't know anything. Boss was curious, so he taught Maru various things. He remembers teaching MC that deboning is done by cutting it all at once. Boost told Maru that he can master this in 1 year. Maru, being the MC, quickly copied him and mastered it in 1 month. Although MC was getting tired and asking for some ointment for his wrist, he was still learning very quickly. So Boss tried something harder and brought an actual live Red Bull for MC. Catching the bull took Boss 1 whole hour. He yanked the bull at Maru and told him to butcher it, but Maru strangled and butchered the bull in 5 minutes. That was when Boss became certain that Maru was the perfect butcher. We are back at the fight and MC has managed to knock the gun down from Kim's hand. Boss asks if he knows the meaning of the word butcher. Manager states that according to the letters it means a man with nothing. Boss is amazed and praises him since he is the only PhD in the company. They don't have any master's holder, but they have a doctorate. Man, a PhD professor is in the drugs and butchering people industry. Talk about not getting a job in your studied field. Okay, back to the fight. Kim pulls out a dagger and hold it with a reverse hand grip, and they both start clashing with their knives. We are told since butcher is nothing, that means it can be filled with anything. MC switches his hand and holds the knife with a reverse grip. Kim is shocked to see MC imitating her moves. They both stare at each other and start quickly slashing and parrying each other. Boss tells us that it won't be easy for Maru to defeat Kim, but they can't overlook the fact that Maru is gradually growing stronger. Both of their knives strike each other, and we are told that the key to winning this fight is both Kim and Maru step back and charge at each other, as we are told that the key is whether to overwhelm before getting caught up, or to transcend before being overwhelmed. Boss asks if all the remaining minions are curious about the outcome of this fight. As both MC and Kim are in each other's striking range, Boss stands up on the stooges, tells them and us that he won't show it, this fourth wall-breaking piece of shit. As Boss gets ready to jump, minions ask him to not stop here, they'll even make cookies, so let it continue. Boss jumps and slams his axe in between Kim Young and Maru, shocking everyone and telling us that he'll show us something much more fun. Boss turns to Maru and, while smiling in his face, tells him to fight him. Kim gets angry and calls his boss mad for interrupting. She points her knife at the boss and asks how could he put MC in such a high position. Kim states that she needs to cut MC's balls off. Boss interrupts her and tells her that there is a 3 Michelin star buffet that only the VIPs of the Shinro Hotel can attend, and that it'll be over in an hour. He throws the card like playing fetch with Kim Young and she runs after it all salivating. Boss wonders how much meat can she eat. Kim says that she has no problem with MC, While leaving, she asks if boss is going to kill MC, and she leaves Maru with him. She'll take this buffet as pay. Back for the cake, boss looks at Maru and asks if he waited long for this. Maru, not giving a fuck, quickly jumps and attacks boss with his knife and asks him about his sister. Boss easily parries it with his axe, and the force of parry sends MC flying. Boss asks if that's all he's curious about. MC can't believe and wonders where is the boss strength coming from. Boss readies his axe to attack and tells Maru that from now on he needs to attack boss with everything he got. Boss slices Maru in half with his attack, or that's what we and MC think. It was just his aura that Maru felt. Boss didn't even touch him, but he felt like getting cut. Boss tells him that he'll die if he lets his guard down. MC wonders just how strong this bastard is. Scene shifts and we get a flashback on when Maru was in the army. We are told that on a random day when MC was 21 his dad died and he became the head of the family. In order to make a living for his family, he found this world livestock produce place. The work was hard, but it wasn't so bad because boss loved him like his own son. At least that's what he believed. Maru, all angry and crying, asks the boss, why? As he swings his knife, he asks why did he do this to him? Boss easily blocks the attack with his axe. Boss slams the axe's wooden handle on MC's head and tells him to remember whether he is butchering a person or a pig, he needs to keep his moments sharp. If his moments get bigger, the gaps grow bigger too. MC notices the gap below boss's chin and goes to attack it. Boss flicks his middle finger on Maru's head and tells him that he needs to learn to distinguish between real and fake gaps. MC, now with a bruise on his head, thinks that he can't win against the boss by taking advantage of the gaps, but what else can he do? He thinks of using the same strategy he used against the cowfucker and cut boss little by little, or kill him in one breath like he did with the 4 eyes. He even thinks of using Kim Yang's moves, but reconsiders that doing something like this will only hurt him. He needs to come up with a different strategy. Boss with his creepy ass face appears right in front of MC and mocks him for thinking too much. MC, scared, jumps back. Boss asks if MC thinks he'll have time to think during a fight. Boss told MC that he'll die if he lets his guard down, and who the fuck dodges in a straight line? Boss tells him to keep all this in his mind and attacks him with the handle of his axe. Boss tells him that it doesn't matter how he attacks, if he makes his moves obvious, he'll end up like this. MC grabs the handle and thinks of a way of getting rid of this axe. Boss, being an absolute menace, picks up Maru with his axe. While laughing, he asks MC if he is sure he wants to fight him. Boss slams MC back down and MC quickly rolls backwards and gets into attacking position. Boss asks what has MC been learning all this time. It seems like he hasn't learned anything. Boss tells Maru to attack him again, and so Maru charges at him, and Boss, while picking his nose and still using the handle of the axe, smack MC all over his body. We see the minions in the background talking that Boss is just playing with MC. They think that this is to be expected from the world's strongest and most evil warrior. One of the manager tells other that Boss is a lot stronger than he is showing now. He is a cold-blooded monarch. Other mortals avoid approaching him. Other minions start praising Boss more. But the manager states that it's not the boss who is the monster, it's the kid attacking him. Manager Maru is the monster. MC attacks, but Boss easily dodges it and tells him that he needs to cut a bit lower. While MC frantically swings his knife, we are told that we are watching the birth of a monster. MC tells the boss to take this fight seriously. Boss blocks all of MC's attack and tells him that if he wants Boss to take the fight seriously, he should fight more seriously. Boss thinks that Maru is getting better as they fight, but he is missing something, and that is the weight difference in a fight like this. Boss has more advantage because he is in a much heavier weight class. Boss, with a bit of his power, slams his axe and Maru blocks it with his knife. MC is shaken by the attack and can't move. Boss tells him to put more power into it. Boss, with his sheer weight, make MC kneel before him. Boss asks if Maru is eating enough. Boss, looking dangerous as fuck, asks him if he can kill him like this, and bam, the knife breaks. And Boss slams the axe down. MC barely dodges it. Boss asks MC if humans growl on the ground like beasts. While Maru is worried, Boss asks what will he do now that his knife is broken. While Maru is looking for a knife, Boss asks if they should fight with fists. Maru jumps to grab another knife and Boss states that MC is scared of fist fights. Boss adjusts his axe and asks if Maru needs a new blade. He swings his axe and asks if MC thought he was just going to wait. MC dodges and lunges at him, telling him to die. Boss notices that MC's shoe is untied, and while avoiding the strike, he goes down on Maru to tie his shoe. He asks how could Maru let his shoe left untied and grabs his leg. Boss tells us to take care of stuff like this, and tosses him up in the air like a bottle cap, and bam, he hits him with the side of the axe. As Maru is sent flying, Boss asks how would Maru live without him, and back first Maru slams into steel railing, and then hits the floor. Boss tells him let's stop the fight here. He walks towards Maru and asks if he wants to know why Boss did all those things. He asks if Maru knew how much the factories he burned in Japan cost. It cost 300 billion, all that money is now gone. Boss states that all those a-hole Yakuza were angry and they ran to Boss with red eyes. Boss asks if MC could have taken them on. Boss had to cover for Maru, he needed to make those pig brain bastards understand, and that's why his drug addict mother is the proof of his punishment, and all this chaos is the proof of MC's ability to repay that money. Now smiling, Boss offers his hand to Maru and asks him to work with him. Maru is speechless. Boss tells him that 300 billion is a lot of money, and Maru can make even more if he works with him. Boss elaborates that he has taken care of everything and Maru just needs to join him. As he walks away, Boss tells MC that he'll start working once he recovers. Maru asks him why? If that was the case, he could have just told him. Why did he have to escalate it to this point? Boss states that, isn't it obvious, it's more interesting this way. Maru is again speechless, and then he smiles and starts laughing like a maniac. Boss is glad Maru thinks that it's funny. Maru states that it's funny, and while he stands up, he states that it's ridiculous. Maru tells the boss that he saw him as his teacher, father, his benefactor, but he put his hands on his family just to make things interesting? Maru pulls back his hair, and addresses the boss that he can't believe he thought of him as person. He can't even be called a pig. This boss Hong, no, Pig Hong, MC looking like he is ready to butcher, states that he will slaughter Pig Hong. Pig Hong asks if the little Maru just called him a pig? With blazing eyes of fury, Boss rips his shirt and tells Maru to try to slaughter him if he wants to. Oh man, I am seriously enjoying this action-heavy manhwa. The characters and art style is really intriguing.